What's happening, folks? Starting with the morning of day 4. First thing I did in here was clean up all the trash and crap that was on there. Every now and then you just gotta stop and clean up, get all the junk out of there. So happy to be moving on to some of the smaller panels. Got the bigger ones in yesterday. Those are the two largest and most complicated. Got this little one in for a test fit right here, fitting that pipe through it right there. Fits real nice. Gave it a little round over. I don't know if you can see that. Gave it a little round over with the router to slip on there more easily. Piece of pipe there. Annoyingly, I'm just short of enough pipe to do that piece, and I need to do that piece pretty soon here because this RO that I have to get rid of before I take the tank down, I am just going to dump into the sump, and then I'm going to pump that 50 gallons up out of here, and if I have miscalculated, it'll come shooting out of that hole. But if the check valve and the extra elevation works, it will not put water up that tube, which I don't think it will, but that would be the most exciting failure mode. Then I'm actually going to move this pipe over as well into the corner because it would just be slightly more advantageous to have the exhaust be in the corner over there, so I can set my filters up over here in the corner and not have it back over there. Doesn't really matter, but I'm going to at least try. So we'll see what happens with that, and then I'll be able to, once that piece is in, I'll be able to close up this end panel. I'm going to get this bottom closed up right then, and then we'll do the stuff with the tank so I can get out of the way and do this final corner right here where the door, and then there's a little side wall. It's about maybe a foot wide that's back there that needs to be covered as well. So that's where we are. Hopefully I can really make some progress on this today. Alrighty. Continuing on. Okay, so we got that piece of pipe in place. That Fernco is just sitting loose on there right now, but it is ready to go. Caulked into the front piece. Got to fix those screw holes, but this is caulked, and with that seam caulked, I have the back plate of the mini split hanging there ready to go. So I'm ready to hang it back on, except like I said, we got to do that test, and we can do it now because I've got all of the pieces in place. That's the exit from the side of the house. Comes up in there, up the wall, over and around and out there, and then there's the other branch that goes up there. So, like I said in the last little clip, should be exciting if I screwed this up, but hopefully when I dump that 50 gallons from the res in there and pump it out, it will just go out the side of the house. This clusterfuck right here is because I didn't have a piece of pipe long enough to make that last little branch right there, and I was like, God damn it, I'm not going back to the fucking store again. I did have a couple of short lengths of pipe and some couplings that I didn't really need, so hey, it'll be covered up in the wall. It almost didn't go. I had to get it ready to go into that elbow there, put a bunch of glue on it, put a bunch of cement on there, and this would have been funnier if it was on video, but man, I stuck it in there, and it just did not want to go. And so I pulled it back out real quick because you only have a second or two to decide. And then I was just like, all right, screw it. We're going in. So I leaned the ladder up against it. I shoved that sucker in there, just pushed it and got the elbow on. So now I'm probably going to give that another 15 minutes just to be sure it's set well enough to deal with water. And then I'll be sure to have the camera on when I turn that pump on. We'll see what happens. Alright, so it's really full and it hasn't kicked on yet, but I have a manual override. Ooh, I hear it. I hear it, but nothing coming out. Sweet. Let's test that again. Okay, let's open this back up. open the vent. There we go. Open the vent in the top of that thing. I'm probably going to lower this so that the RO filter fits in this space right here. Move it down like a foot or so. Well, I'm going to let that fill completely back up and then we'll test it again. Alright, back in a minute. One more time. There it is. Okay. It works. It was troublesome to get that vinyl hose to go down in there, but I did. And I don't know if this comes through on camera very well, but there's one of those neoprene 1.5-inch clone collars with a little, I made a hole in it and poked that vinyl through it so there's no actual opening there. And then we'll just snap that back to the wall like so. Alright. So the mini split is back on. Turn the power to it back on and away we go. Literally hasn't been off of there in years. Sat on that shelf for years and redheads holding it on back there, and I gotta replace all this siding here and then